You got one house right here, two houses right here, three houses right here, four houses right here, five houses right here, maybe two houses right there. You feel me? Thank God we have Donald Trump, who's now the president, who's gonna change a lot of tax laws, because what they do is, like I said, I got an open case right now, so I don't want to talk bad about it.
It looks like 6ix9ine's downfall is getting worse by the day, and his enemies, especially Chief Keef, aren't wasting a single moment making fun of him. If you've been paying attention, you probably noticed that 6ix9ine has been spending a ridiculous amount of money on jewelry lately. Well, now we finally know why. The IRS has officially stepped in, auctioning off his assets, including all those flashy, expensive pieces he owned. For months, fans have been noticing that 6ix9ine is wearing fewer and fewer chains in his videos. And let's be real, after all the trolling, fake flexing, and beef he's stirred up, the streets aren't exactly feeling bad for him. People were already questioning what was going on, but when the IRS actually started selling off his jewelry, it became crystal clear this isn't just a minor setback. His assets were seized last year, which means the amount he owes is probably way worse than anyone thought. And the fact that the auction is still happening. Yeah, things are not looking good for 6ix9ine.
I'm never gonna address nothing. Y'all believe what y'all wanna believe. That's a half the ticket right there. I'm really the type that could take 2 years off, because this is really my lifestyle.
One of the things 6ix9ine bragged about the most throughout his career was his wealth. Like any other gimmick rapper, he was constantly flexing and putting others down for not having the kind of money he did. He once even claimed that his money influenced everything, where he lived, what he drove, and even how he moved. But now, that same money he flexed so hard is nowhere to be seen, and the streets are watching every move he makes.
I'm in Cuba right now, shooting my music video, Legend. I got out the car randomly, asked a random person if I was allowed to stay in their house for 2 days, eat what they eat, live how they...
After getting out of prison, 6ix9ine had a massive multi-million-dollar record deal waiting for him. But after all the crimes, betrayals, and controversy, it was clear his fortune wasn't going to last long. At first, his comeback seemed strong. His first few songs after prison did well, but let's be real, fans weren't exactly dying for a new 6ix9ine project. The hype around his release pushed tracks like GOBA and TROLLZ, but as time passed, people stopped caring about his antics. His album, Tattletales, sold 53,000 copies in its first week, already a major drop. But his next album, Lenda, completely flopped, and let's not forget Blackballed. Oh wait, nobody even knew it existed. Viva didn't even have first-week sales reported. That's how bad things got. At this point, 6ix9ine was desperate, constantly stirring up drama on social media just to stay relevant. But the real issue? The drama wasn't bringing in money. If he wasn't already drowning in debt by 2022, maybe it wouldn't have been a big deal. Even his own manager, Wack100, exposed him, saying 6ix9ine was totally broke, struggling just to make ends meet. He even claimed that people had to lend him money just so he could put gas in his car, which is insane.
Yeah, he broke as a mother. 6ix9ine ain't got nothing. Man, I go over there doing bad, bro. I had to send him $40 for some gas, man. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why we was telling the people ain't nothing we can really do for you right now, because niggas is broke, bro.
Even though 6ix9ine told the court he was having serious financial issues, most people thought he was just exaggerating. But this time, the proof was stacking up. He was actually broke. He was getting sued left and right for unpaid debts, and even his own attorneys claimed he owed them money after dropping $75,000 on security fees. But the real shocker, the Steve Wildoit situation. In reality, Steve, a well-known YouTuber and streamer, was the one helping 6ix9ine. He even negotiated a $2 million deal with the streaming platform Rumble after 6ix9ine begged him for money, claiming he was completely broke. And the only thing 6ix9ine had to do: play video games for an hour every day for just 1 week. That's it. But what did 6ix9ine do? He took the money and never did a single thing.
I got him a deal, right? To play video games with Rumble once a week for an hour. Damn. $2 million up front. Just doesn't do it. It's crazy. I mean, it's Pretty much that simple.
Steve Wildoit even revealed that 6ix9ine told him he needed money to buy luxury bags for women, just to make his ex jealous. But because 6ix9ine never fulfilled his part of the deal, he now owes Rumble $2 million, adding yet another massive debt to his already collapsing financial situation. The downfall just keeps getting worse.
Money at the time, and he needed money to he breaks up with his girlfriend, and he needs money to buy Birkin bags for all these black chicks and give away money to make his girlfriend. That's literally like the factual story.
This man got paid $2 million just to play video games for 1 hour a week, and still couldn't do it. Meanwhile, the rest of us can't even get a fraction of that. And just when you think things couldn't get worse, they do. The publicist that 6ix9ine's crew accidentally robbed ended up suing him for $1 million in damages. At this point, even 6ix9ine himself hinted that he might have to file for bankruptcy just to get out of this mess.
Another TMZ staff member kidnapped you. Is that loyal to you? You're working right now. Probably stealing all the money that you're making right now and gives you
6ix9ine was in a club when someone called him a rat, and instead of brushing it off, he lost his cool. In a fit of rage, he threw a bottle of champagne, but completely missed his target and ended up hitting Alexis in the head. She had to be rushed to the emergency room, where doctors had to staple her wound shut. But the nightmare didn't end there. She sued him for serious bodily injury, and when it was time for court, 6ix9ine didn't even bother showing up. That was the final straw. The judge ruled against him, and let's not forget, he already owed the IRS millions in unpaid taxes. Reports claim his total debt had surpassed $20 million by 2024, and that's why the feds raided his Florida mansion. Eyewitnesses saw authorities storm his home and seize multiple luxury cars, marking the official end of 6ix9ine's flexing era. As expected, the internet was not about to let this slide. Just like 6ix9ine used to clown other rappers for being broke, the tables have completely turned on him, and the internet is having a field day. Memes and jokes are flooding social media, with people saying things like, 6ix9ine is out here playing Squid Games just to pay off his debt. And one comment that had everyone weak. If Trippie Redd buys some of 6ix9ine's auctioned off stuff, I'm gonna fall out of my chair laughing. That would be pure poetic justice, considering 6ix9ine threw Trippie under the bus during their beef. And of course, Chief Keef had to jump in with some shade of his own. According to reports, 6ix9ine spent years disrespecting Keef and his crew, even sending hits their way. Now, Keef is calling this karma, saying it's payback for being a rat. This beef goes way back to 2018, and it was messy from the start. Things really got out of control when 6ix9ine and Tato got into a heated FaceTime argument, where Tato straight up threatened 6ix9ine, saying, "I unalive people." All of this over Cuban Doll, who was dating Tato at the time. And from there, it only got uglier.
Kill nobody. You know? Yo, blood, listen to me. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me? Do not kill no.
After that, 6ix9ine took things to another level, directly threatening Chief Keef and Lil Reese. In May 2018, he even pulled up to Chicago's infamous O Block, but here's the catch. He went there at 3 a.m. when nobody was outside. At the time, Chief Keef and Lil Reese were actively hunting for him in the city, but rumors started circulating that 6ix9ine had police protection. And when security footage surfaced, it confirmed what everyone suspected. He didn't pull up like he claimed. He just took a quick video in the middle of the night, then got out of there before anyone even knew he was there. This was just the beginning of the mess.
O Block right here. This what y'all wanted me in Chicago. This O Block right here. No block. It's 10 o'clock. What the f*** is that? Niggas ain't outside. It's only 10 p.m. What is that, blood?
Oh, level. Folk, I was just downtown, all downtown, looking for the man, folk. I ain't see him, folk. Get a picture, they see he with the police. I
That man with the cops, man. He on some police shit, man. Sent somebody to jail, you know.
By June 2018, things took a dangerous turn. Chief Keef was targeted in a shooting while in New York. At first, 6ix9ine denied having anything to do with it, But an investigation quickly linked him to the incident. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, 6ix9ine went full-on petty mode. He flew out Chief Keef's baby mama, Slim, took her on a shopping spree, and documented the entire thing. To top it off, he made her call Chief Keef a deadbeat dad on camera. If that wasn't the ultimate disrespect, I don't know what is.
What's up, this Slim Danger? This Chief Keef baby mama. I'm out here in New York, and guess what?
You know, Treyway here, man. You don't know how to take care of your girl, don't take care of her.
Even after all that chaos, 6ix9ine still didn't let up. He kept calling Chief Keef's cousin, Tato, and trolling him nonstop, even after Keef's house got broken into. And then came the biggest mistake of all. 6ix9ine was caught on camera literally bragging about putting a hit out on Tato. That one clip ended up being one of the most crucial pieces of evidence in his rightio case, and we all know what happened next. 6ix9ine went from flexing in the streets to sitting in a prison cell.
Watch movies. In real life, these rappers are like, yo, remember, just don't let it distract you. Just remember every time I beat.
After years of trolling, disrespect, and reckless behavior, Chief Keef is finally the one laughing, while 6ix9ine is the one getting humiliated. And how did 6ix9ine react when his enemies got the last laugh? He ran. During a show, instead of answering any real questions, he abruptly left, dodging accountability like he dodges taxes. But before leaving, he tried to downplay everything. He mocked his own fans, calling them broke for paying rent, as if having a stable place to live was something to be ashamed of. He acted like losing all his cars and jewelry was no big deal, but let's be real, he's hurting. And it's only getting worse. The IRS is on his neck, his assets are vanishing one by one, and he even admitted that he didn't file taxes from 2020 to 2023. At this point, it's not just about some chains, it's about everything crumbling around him.
Q&As. Addressing the IRS situation. Listen, a lot of y'all don't understand how this shit work because y'all not on that tax bracket, right? What happened was that I didn't report my taxes for 2020, 21, 22, and 23. Those years, I done paid $6 million, $2 million in 2018, $1.3 million 2019. For the year of 2020, I'm at $1.8 million. Over $6 million went to the IRS.
To make matters worse, he blamed high tax rates in New York for his struggles and said he moved to Florida to escape the financial hit under the Biden administration.
When you make over a certain amount of money, I think they tax you in the state of New York 54%. Biden was trying to raise it to 62%.
He even tried to justify his downfall by blaming Donald Trump and calling the IRS a gang that steals money, as if that was going to change anything. But let's be real, none of that matters. The truth is simple. He's drowning in debt, his legal battles aren't over, and the feds are literally auctioning off his jewelry. And yet, he still insists he's not broke. If that's the case, why is the government out here selling his chains to the highest bidder?
I quote my president, Donald Trump, these people belong at the border. They just a big gang that comes after your income and everything. So listen, this is not no air.
People are deriding him in the comments, but instead of keeping quiet, he just keeps making things worse. If you thought his downfall was bad already, it gets even more humiliating. One commenter summed it up perfectly. You don't need to be a tax expert to see that he mismanaged his money and is now in a very public and embarrassing situation. But the real desperation, he's not just broke, he's now suing clubs for money. Just last month, he tried to sue AA Fitness for $1 million, as if that was going to fix his financial disaster.
What's he doing here?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Since the IRS seized his jewelry, the internet has been roasting him nonstop, and even Chief Keef is smirking. But the real question is, where does 6ix9ine go from here? This lawsuit, it's probably not going anywhere, but it just makes his situation look even worse. He went from flexing million-dollar watches to literally chasing a gym bag. Can he bounce back from this, or is this the beginning of the end? With lawsuits piling up and his antics backfiring, is he finally realizing that trolling only gets you so far? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you never miss the real, raw, and unfiltered updates straight from the culture.